sometimes I get lost during a week or during a month and lose my vision, and so I need to be better at following through on my goals. However, I think it's still important to reflect and see what you did get done. And so that's what this vlog will be about, is setting my intention for July and also reflecting back on June. So I will put up, still working on my reading stats for June, but I will say overall, I'm really proud of the reading I did. So when I look back on my books, so one of the ways that I have been tracking my books in my planner, so I bought a planner for the year. It's a happy planner, and it just has the month at a glance, and then it has 4 sections for journaling. And so what I've been doing is on the month spreads, I have been putting, so here's like the month spread, and what I've been doing is putting the books I've read on the back of it. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here is how the planner looks. I know that's kind of zoomed in. My stand is not tall enough to zoom that out. But, so here's August, and this is what I mean by just a monthly spread. And then when you turn the page, it is just 1 page lined and 1 page grid, and then there's a spot for, this is like dot grid, so grid, goals, important dates. So what I've been doing with this is using this grid area to kind of bullet journal a bookshelf. So let me show you June. Sorry about that here in just a minute. Okay, so here is my spread for June books. And I also have my goals over here. So I did 12 minutes a day of writing. Each day I do that, I get a sticker, which I've already bought and love them. And then I have 144 minutes is writing. So that comes from this part up here. Each of these boxes I filled in is a 12 minute, and then when I reach the end is 144. And obviously this month was rough. I really hoped to fill in more of that, but that's a goal for July. Okay, but what I mean with my books is I love bullet journaling. I have a separate journal for my book stuff, but I kind of like seeing and making goals on my planner as well. And so down here at the bottom, I've been putting my arcs. June, e-arcs, and then physical arcs. If it's filled in, I read it. And then if it's just on here, they're just listed. And so I did read 2 arcs. I'm currently reading Fat Witch Summer. I finished The Order of Things and Monstrous. Monstrous was a graphic novel, and The Order of Things was a book and verse. Both fantastic. Fat Witch Summer is amazing. I wanted to finish it in June and just kind of got a little distracted. And then above that is my book club book, which was Women Talking. And I usually have a craft book for my writing, so that was Story Genius. I did finish Women Talking. I have not finished Story Genius. It has been a time reading it. But that's a whole post about why I can't seem to read craft books. But then once you get up into these shelves, these are all the books that I picked up, and then if they're colored in, I finished. So total for this month, I have finished 20 books. Actually, no, I finished that today since July. So 20 books, but I've picked up 28, which is 29. Really good. And so, anyway, I really like the way that I'm doing. Oh, I did finish City of Thieves with my daughter, so that's another one. So I finished 21. Anyway, I really like the way that I'm doing this. So that's one thing I like to look back on is my reading. Sometimes I also look at, for June, maybe it would be LGBTQ plus authors, characters. I usually look at how many women authors, but it's usually all women. And and also non-US or people of color authors is what I look at. So that is one thing I like to reflect on, and also my writing. Now, I have to, for July, set that up. So I have it spread. I have my empty spread here. I do have my goals for this year, or for this month. Again, writing is 12 minutes. 12 minutes of writing. Every day that I do that, at least get 12 minutes, I get a sticker. 144 minutes, I get a pen. And then I'm going to show you a health and wellness journal I'm starting and an intentions journal. And then I have down here important dates. I also have started doing a sticky note type thing to monitor my to-do lists. And I have been, so really what I did was I just started this last week. So here, I'll show you this one. Every day I folded a piece of paper in half. And this is why I love Happy Planners, by the way. You can just rearrange those pages all you want. They come right back out and you push them right back in. So I pulled some from the back journal, put them in the middle. I did fold them in half, that way you can still see all of this, but now that I'm done, I'm going to flatten them out, take up less space. And then I mapped out my schedule. Some people, that works for them. I like to, but I don't like to totally restrict myself with what I'm doing. But it helps me see how much time to devote to things. And so for Friday, I had a goal of 12 minutes of writing at 6 in the morning and then take care of my plants. And then I also have a grant due, which I didn't do, and mailing books, which I didn't do, a sprint at 3, which I didn't do, but I did do groceries. And then down here, I said Story Genius 2 chapters, and I'm also reading a book, a manuscript for a friend, and these were all the themes I wanted to look for in her story and get feedback on. And I did finish this, and that was there. And then for when I finish things, I do move the sticky notes to this page of things that I've completed. So I can see, look at what all I did. And I know that doesn't look like much, but I just started on the 26th this week. But then I do write them down that I got them done, okay? Because I want to see and check off things I do. And even if it's not on my list, I put it in. So like, I didn't have down to do dishes, but I did it. I think it's important when we make to-do lists, we also include things that weren't on the list, and we celebrate what we do get done. So that is why I have these sticky notes. These are the ones I'm going to do for July. I don't know if I'm going to leave it like this, or if I'll do like I did for June and have like a separate page and then put my completed. I don't know yet, but for now, must, want. There we go. Okay, so that's my planner and my reflection on the year. So now let's talk about these other journals. I also wanted to share that this is the front of my journal, and all of these stickers represent 12 minutes that I wrote. And I've put some of them in different places, but for now, most recently I've been putting them here and here. Love that one, so fun. I love the aesthetic of these stickers. They all came in a pack, so they all match. They're just gorgeous. And sometimes I pick them because they mean something for that time, or sometimes they just are pretty. This one I chose because I was struggling with the timeline of my story, and so I thought it fit. But anyway, that is the way that I also like to see my stickers, and like never give up on your dreams. These are all times I've sat down and written, so it's a good visual reminder. Before I get into my journaling, my new journals I got, I did get some new pens or some new highlighters, and they are in the Vintage Colors Romance. Oh my gosh, look at those. They are so pretty. And then I got some pastel transparent sticky notes. These are by Mr. Pen. Came with a pen. The pen did bleed through on my notebook, so I'm going to use them on the stickies because it said it won't smear, because they are a little slick. And I do have a problem with that when I annotate. They smear. I tend to have sweaty hands, and so that's really out, I think I'll use them instead of the other sticky notes in the next month. But again, I love the color schemes that I chose. Stationery is so much fun to buy. Okay, the first journal that I'm going to share with you is an intention journal, and it's a guided journal for reflection, mindfulness, and self-care. I got this at Target, and I was, I looked at it. Well, first off, this is why I looked at it, because it has gold sprayed edges and it's purple. It's beautiful. And each day is set up like this. So you reflect, how did you take care of yourself today, a good thing that happened, something you're grateful for, and summarize in one word. And then for tomorrow, what's your intention for tomorrow? Why is it important for you? And how will you embody it? So I love how that's set up in one spread, and I believe it'll take up 3 months. And that's it. So I'm gonna do that every night, and then wake up in the morning and reread my intention. So I'm hoping that'll give me a better headspace. And then for my other health, I guess that is mental health. So this is more physical. It's an Erin Condren daily wellness planner, also found at Target. And this one has a great setup on so different sections before you even begin, figuring out your starting point, setting your goals, and then tracking your progress. And so what tracking your goals looks like, so it has reflection pages, and I'm not going to put those on here, but they are things like, what do you want to focus on? Where are you at right now? What do you feel like is your mindset? What does it mean to you? What does health and wellness mean to you? And then it has these pages for wellness goals. You have your goal, why it's important, how it aligns with your values, important dates, and then action steps and smaller action steps. I love how it's broken up like this. And then it is also a 3-month calendar. So it also has a reflection on where to create space, what to create space for, and ways to create more space, and then giving yourself permission. I love this page as well, and support. Okay, so each month, I'm gonna skip ahead so I don't share too many personal things. Each month starts out like this: my wellness goals for the month, how I'm working toward my goal. And then you have a daily log. So you start with your focus, your food log, your movement and exercise, today's self-care, and then a tracking. I'm gonna add, every day might be different, but screen time is gonna be on here. And also, I tend to take a lot of naps. So how much of a nap did I take? Because sometimes that can be a bad thing. And then also reading, possibly, calories burned and calories eaten. And then once you get done with a month, you have your reflection. So how this month went, my accomplishments, goal progress, and what I noticed. So it also says, has it been over 4 weeks since you changed your movements, exercise? It might be time to tweak your routine, increase new ways, try new things. So I'm really excited about this. And there's also note pages in the back, which I think I will just either include recipes, which I have currently in this planner, not recipes, but like meal plan. I may move that here, and then it has at the end, looking back, and then looking ahead and celebrating the process, which again, I believe is really important, and I'm excited to try these things. I'm excited about these journals. So these two will be mostly done at night, and then this one is also kind of done at night and then checked in the morning for to-do lists. And then I have my reading journal and writing journals and all of that, which maybe should be another episode. Testing. Okay, so that is kind of a gist on planners and making making a better space for myself and my mental health. This month has been hard. June has been hard. I think it's a month off school. I'm a teacher. And so when I look forward to the summer in a way of like being productive. I wanted to read all the books. I wanted to write all the books. I wanted to get my draft done so I could start querying in the fall before really school takes off. I wanted to clean the house. I wanted to look at this. Like, this is terrible. It's a mess. It's not pretty right now. And we have just, being a teacher, I think it's a very it's a very tough job and a lot of heavy on my mind. But I think I also always think I have the summer to take care of things, and then it hits and I don't have that time. So I have been struggling. And so I'm hoping all of this helps me focus on July, celebrate what's happening, live in the moment, and just make the goals I can. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is set up my July bookshelf in my journal, look at the physical arcs I have, and then the e-arcs that I have, and some books. I also need to look at my 30 in 3 months challenge and get that squared away, make some goals with that because I'm not making too much progress in a month's already passed. And then also to get my monthly wrap-up done, which will be a separate video, but I'll show you me working on that on the Canva portion of it. And yeah, so that's my goal right now. Have a whole lot of books publishing in July. I only have 2. So I may have more e-arcs though, so we've got mixed up. Okay. But because I don't have a lot of arcs, that means I need to read a lot of backlisted arcs that I've received. Well, yeah, backlisted. They're already published, but I received arcs. So that's another reason why I do my shelf, so I can see, like, maybe I should read The Chaperone or something like that. So, okay, so I got my physical arcs in. Now we'll do my arcs. I ended up with 4 ARCs, 2 physical and 2 e-ARCs, and one of them is actually on both. So it's not a very big publishing month for books that I have anyway for July. All right, so now it's time for me to go to Goodreads and see what books I have picked up so far in July and start getting the rest of my shelf together. Okay, so I think I got all of my books added to my shelf, and here is the final picture. All right, so now it's time to set up my June Canvas spread, so all of the books that I read in June, and I also like to have categories of my favorites, and then I also add images based on if they were audiobooks or ebooks. So here is my process on using Goodreads and Canva. So here is where I added icons for listening to audiobooks, having an e-copy, library copy, and also a book that I bought. So I like kind of seeing those statistics, and the visual helps me. And then after I finish this, I'm going to work on my blog post. And you can see the final product at mrsbookdragon.com. All right, and that's my first monthly reset. Thanks for watching. I know some of the camera stuff was weird, and I got a little off center on my journaling. I'm still learning all of that, so I appreciate you watching. And I hope, you have a good month. If you have a set routine, I would love to watch. I know I've watched others do this, which is what I was inspired, especially Tori Between Pages. She has a great reset, and also Heart Breathings. I love watching her get ready for a new week and a new month and how she stays productive. So anyway, that is that episode. So if you watched, drop me a dragon emoji in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Happy reading.